Hey, happy Sunday. So I wanted to hop on today and talk a little bit about what to do if you want to start a business of your own or some sort of a side gig and you have no idea where to start. I've been hearing people have been reaching out to me a whole bunch lately, especially with this pandemic and with everybody I know that's trying to pivot and all that kind of stuff. And it's been, I've been really grateful that I could help, but I also know that, I figured I'd just hop on here and I can help more people at one time. So if you are in a position right now where you either, maybe you still have a job and it's just not going the way you want it to go and you don't know where to start with making a change in your life, or maybe you're at a point where I know a lot of you are on my friend list that you're pivoting in this pandemic, right? And you're trying to figure out what the heck is next, what am I gonna do, and you just don't know where to start. So here it is, super simple. I just want you to believe in yourself, because if you doubt yourself and you question your abilities, then it's going to be very, very hard to make a change in any direction in your life. And I know that sounds really simple, but I also know that we get into these ruts, right? And we get into these places in our lives where we feel stuck and we don't know how to get out of that. And we don't know how to make that change and we don't know how to take that next step. And when we feel like that, you just continuously end up in that circle, right? You're on that hamster wheel and everything you're trying, it never seems to work out and things get super frustrating and you're like, what the heck am I supposed to do next? And so I got some love on that one, thank you. You get to this point and it's like, okay, I just don't know, Jen, how do I start? What do I do? So the first thing that I want you to do is I want you to know that you are 100 million bazillion % capable of whatever it is that you're thinking about doing right now. 100% capable. And the reason that I know this is because if you weren't capable of doing this thing, that thought would not be in your mind. Like, it's actually, and I'm not going to get too much into it today, but like there is such a thing as the universal laws, and it's science, that an idea is where this creation is going to start. And it's going to start as this tiny little idea in your brain that you're going to either hear and then see and reject because it's not what you're doing right now, or you're going to hear it, you're going to see it, and then you're going to start to do something about it. So if you can just know that you are capable of these things and know that there's an idea in your brain because you're capable of that, and then you can take that and do something about it, that's how the magic's going to happen, right? So that's the first thing that you need to do. You don't know where to start. You're like, Jen, I don't know what to do. It's there, it's in you. And I also know that if you tell me I don't know what I want to do, I'm going to tell you that I think you know, maybe you just don't want to admit it. Because what also happens is that over time, we start to grow up with a set of expectations, right? And usually those are not our expectations. Usually those are society's expectations. And the rules that we're living by are based on what we've been told to do for so long. So what I want to make sure that you're doing too, as you're thinking of these things, is think of, maybe you have this crazy idea, but you think it's really crazy because it's not something that everyone else around you is doing. That doesn't mean that it's not possible and that you're not capable. Hey Monique, how are you? It just means that you may have to go on this path a little bit further without the support that you're used to, because your people in your life right now are used to supporting you doing exactly what you've been doing. And your brain, even more importantly, is used to supporting you doing exactly what you're doing. So if you're ready to step out and you're ready to do something different, then your brain's going to question you every step of the way, and every time you have one of those ideas, you're going to come up with a million reasons why it's not going to work, and then you may tell people in your life about it, and they may think that you're a crazy person, right? Because why would you want to do that? Why would you want to start your own business? Everything's great. You're doing these things just fine. What does this have to do with what you do in your day-to-day? I've heard them all, right? It happens. So just know the number one thing you need to do if you want to get started on something new is you have to know that you're capable. And once you know that you're capable, then it's just a question of being open to the opportunities that are going to appear in front of you that help you figure out the how. Because you're not going to know the how right away. If you've never done it, how are you going to know how to do it? There's so many things, so many different pieces to every single one of these puzzles, so that if you are able to just take those steps and go slowly through it and just trust the process, you're going to get to the other side. But if you can't believe that you're capable, and I know that can also be really hard when you're talking about something that is brand new, but you are capable. And if you feel like you have trouble believing in yourself, I want you to just do a little bit of research. Just go online and Google failure. Like Google people that failed before they succeeded. You know, you can find Oprah Winfrey, you can find J.K. Rowling, you can find a bazillion people, Steve Jobs. I mean, we've all seen that picture of Jeff Bezos like in a basement at a table, right? Like, you're not going to start at everyone else's win. You're going to start where you are, but doesn't mean you're not capable. So just that's your first step for today, is just know that all you need to do is know that you're capable, and then trust in that process, and just be open to the opportunities that are going to come, and start saying yes to stuff. Just start saying yes. I know that sounds backwards. Everyone's like, oh, you take on so many things, right? Like, so you need to start saying no. And you are going to have to say no to some things to be able to say yes to other things. But I want you to start saying yes to some scary things. That's how I felt, right, Monique? So, you know, what did something change for you? Were you able to get past that, or what's your biggest challenge with that? I'd love to know. So as you're going through this, you know, just know that these opportunities are going to come, right? And one of the things that you can also do is just find a community of people that are going to support you in that. You know, I've made a commitment. I'm going to be showing up here on my personal profile more often to be able to just, you know, help support people, give you ideas, give you suggestions, give you motivation, whatever you need. And there's plenty of us online that want to do this for you and help you, you know? So just find your community, find those people that are going to do that for you, and connect with them and just say, hey, I've got this challenge, or I need help with this, or, you know, hey, listen, I know I'm fully capable. I just don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm starting a project and I partnered up with a beauty line. Yeah, that's awesome, right? So like, did you ever, when you first started, were you like, how the heck am I ever going to get this done? You know, no one's ever going to want what I have to offer. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know, I'm just going to go for this. And then next thing you know, you have an opportunity. So they are out there. Those opportunities are there. It's just when you're stuck in this cycle of doubt and questioning everything, you're also going to question those opportunities that come up, and you're also going to doubt those opportunities. So when you can switch that switch to, you know what, I know I'm capable, and okay, universe, show me how this is going to happen, and then all of a sudden an opportunity shows up. Yes, I did. I'm still feeling that way. I know, right? Well, and as we grow, every time we hit one of those next opportunities, we're like, okay, is this really real? Like, I'm going to second guess this, for maybe this was just a fluke. Or, you know, okay, now that I have that, how am I going to get to the next thing? But what we're doing is we're growing and we're pushing ourselves out of the comfort zone, right? Which is awesome, because that's where the magic happens, outside of that comfort zone. So that's what I want all of us to continue to do. You know, that's why I'm showing up here doing this. That's why I love to help people and love to help people answer questions and have these aha moments. So if I can help you at all, let me know. Drop a comment below if you're having any challenges. Drop me a PM. I'm happy to help. But I just want you to know that the first step to doing this is knowing you're capable. Then, as a bonus step, what I want you to do is schedule some time to work on this stuff. Because if you're trying to do this as a side gig, if you have a full-time job, or if you have a family, or if you have, you know, a lot of other responsibilities, it can be super easy to end up having no time to do this, right? So instead of just making excuses, you get to the end of the day and you're exhausted and you haven't had time to do anything, put it on your flipping calendar, like write it down, and then say, you know what, this is what we're doing today. This is what I'm going to work on. Yes, I love this. Oh, thanks, Donna. And Monique says, right now my goal is to get 30 samples out to people. Awesome. Okay, so I want to know, Monique, like, what are you doing to do that? Do you know who your ideal client is? Do you know where they hang out? Have you connected with them? Have you, said, hey, I have something I want to offer you, right? And the most important thing is, it's great if you can get 30 samples out to people, but you also want to make sure they're people that really need and want what you have to offer, right? So you got to figure out who they are and make sure that they're your people. So that is awesome. And I would love for you to come back and report back once you've gotten those 30 samples out, because that's super cool. So awesome. Okay, so that is your homework, y'all. If you want to pay attention to what I've been doing, like I said, I'm going to be going live. I'll be talking about some different stuff every day. But the first thing you're going to do is know that you're capable. Okay? Let's talk, says Monique. Okay, yeah, send me a PM. We'll chat a little bit. And so you have to know you're capable. Don't worry about the how right now. It's all going to come. We're going to figure it out. But you've got to know you're capable. You've got to be able to make sure you're open to the opportunities that are coming your way. And then schedule the time, people. Schedule it. Especially if you're trying to do this on the side, you've got to schedule the time. Because otherwise, it's never going to get done. Because there's a million things that happen in our life that take that time. So that's it for today. I hope you have a fabulous day. We'll catch up again tomorrow. And Monique, yeah, let's chat. All right, we'll talk soon. Bye.